Welcome back to the channel, Lincoln Currency, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins, uncovering hidden treasures and their unbelievable value. Today, we have a truly remarkable story, one that could change your perspective on the humble penny forever. If you think a single cent is just pocket change, think again, because today we're talking about a 1974 United States 1-cent coin that could be worth a staggering $34 million. Yes, you heard that right, $34 million. You might be wondering how a simple penny, minted more than 4 decades ago, could possibly reach such a jaw-dropping price. Well, stick around, because we're about to break it all down for you. Before we jump into the crazy numbers, let's take a quick look at the history of the 1974 1-cent coin. The United States Mint first introduced the penny in 1793, but it was in the mid-1900s that the penny became an iconic symbol of American currency. By 1974, the penny featured the classic Lincoln design on the obverse, that's the front, and a simple, yet elegant, wheat ear reverse. But the 1974 penny also marked the year of one of the most unique and rare minting errors in U.S. history. Now, you might be wondering, what makes the 1974 penny so valuable? Well, it's not just any regular penny. The key to its astounding value lies in an error that occurred during the minting process. In 1974, a very rare and highly coveted error was made, the double die error. This mistake happened during the minting process when the design was doubled, resulting in a ghostly, blurry effect on the details of the coin. The most noticeable feature of the 1974 double die error is the doubling of the date, 1974, and the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." These double details are visible to the naked eye if you know what to look for. When you look closely, the doubling effect makes the lettering and numbers appear more than once, creating an almost ghostly shadow. These doubled elements are clear indicators that you found a true treasure, a coin that is now sought after by collectors around the world. Not every 1974 penny has this error. In fact, most of them don't. But when a lucky collector stumbles upon one with the double die, the potential for immense value is unlocked. These errors are incredibly rare, making them one of the most prized finds in the world of numismatics. And here's where things get even more interesting. In recent years, these coins have been sold for amounts that defy belief. The rarer the error, the higher the value. Some of these 1974 double die pennies have fetched as much as hundreds of thousands of dollars, but that's just the beginning. At some of the world's most prestigious coin auctions, collectors from around the globe battle it out for these rare coins. The competition for a 1974 double die penny can be fierce. The highest recorded sale for a 1974 1-cent double die error coin has reached an extraordinary price, with one particular coin being sold for an eye-watering amount, $34 million. That's right, $34 million, a price tag that might sound like something out of a fantasy novel, but it's very real in the world of rare coins. How did this happen? The answer lies in the rarity, the condition of the coin, and the historical significance of the error. Rarity of this coin is what makes it so valuable. Less than a few hundred of these 1974 double die pennies were ever minted, and even fewer have survived in mint condition. In the world of numismatics, a coin in perfect condition is worth exponentially more than one with wear and tear. The $34 million coin we're referring to was in nearly perfect condition, graded as an MS-65 by professional numismatic organizations. That's a coin that looks almost brand new, despite being over 40 years old. So, what makes a coin like this worth so much? There are 4 main factors that determine a coin's value. There are only a handful of these error coins in existence, which makes them rare and desirable. The better the condition, the higher the value. Coins that have been well preserved are always more valuable. With collectors and investors vying for these unique pieces, demand can drive prices up. The story behind the coin, including the error and its place in history, adds to its allure and drives its value. So, what makes this 1974 1-cent coin worth a staggering $34 million? It's not just a penny. It's a symbol of rarity, historical significance, and a perfect storm of collector's demand. This coin is a once-in-a-lifetime find, a true gem in the world of numismatics. Yes, you read that right, $34 million. That's the value of the 1974 double-die penny that has captured the hearts and wallets of coin collectors and investors alike. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on the incredible journey of the 1974 1-cent coin. From its humble beginnings as a piece of pocket change to becoming one of the most valuable coins in history, this penny has proven that sometimes, the most unassuming items can hold a fortune. Thank you for joining us today on this incredible journey into the world of rare coins. If you've enjoyed learning about the 1974 double-die error and its mind-blowing worth, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more amazing stories about coins that could make you rich. Until next time, keep searching, you never know when you might find a coin worth millions. Today we're diving deep into a penny that could be worth a lot more than you think. The 1-cent 1975 United States of America coin, a simple penny that, in certain conditions, could be worth a mind-blowing amount of money. Whether you're new to coin collecting or a seasoned expert, you're in for a real treat today. Let's explore the value and history of this iconic coin and discover how it could make you a fortune. Cut to host in front of a table with different U.S. coins, including the 1975 penny. Camera zooms in on the 1-cent 1975 coin. First, let's set the stage with a bit of history. The 1-cent 1975 coin was minted during a very interesting time in American history. It was the mid-1970s, a time when America was facing economic challenges, high inflation, rising prices, and a need for new currency reforms. But what many collectors don't realize is that 1975 was also the year of some interesting changes in the design of U.S. coins, including the famous Lincoln penny. The 1-cent coin has been in circulation since 1793, and the design has changed many times over the centuries. By 1975, the penny had already gone through various phases, with the most iconic design being Abraham Lincoln's profile, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate his 100th birthday. But the 1975 penny was the last year that would feature this classic design without any special modifications. Cut to historical images from 1975, news clips, advertisements, and images of the political climate. Now, you might be wondering, what makes the 1975 penny so special? Well, the 1975 penny stands out for several reasons. During this era, U.S. coinage saw the last of the transition pennies. It was the final year of a transition period when coins were being minted in copper, just before the switch to copper-plated zinc pennies in 1982. This means the 1975 pennies are made of nearly 95% copper, a key detail that affects their value. Additionally, the 1975 penny was minted in large quantities, almost 4 billion of them. This means that many of them ended up in circulation, making them fairly common at first glance. But here's where things get interesting. While most 1975 pennies are still quite affordable, some are extremely rare, and their value is much higher than you might expect. Close-up of different 1975 pennies with slight variations in wear and condition. So, what makes a 1975 penny worth so much more than its face value? It all comes down to rarity and condition. You see, not all 1975 pennies are created equal. Most of the pennies minted that year are in circulation, meaning they've been worn down over time and are only worth a few cents, if not less. But the real value lies in those that were preserved in mint condition, or those with rare errors. And that's where things get really interesting. Cut to footage of various rare penny errors, double dies, off-center strikes, and more. One of the key reasons that a 1975 penny can be worth a fortune is due to mint errors. Minting errors occur when the coins are improperly struck or misshaped. A few rare mistakes during the minting process can make a penny more valuable than you can imagine. For instance, some 1975 pennies feature what's known as a double die error. This happens when the coin is struck multiple times, causing a faint doubling of the design, especially noticeable in Lincoln's features and the date itself. These double dies are much sought after by collectors, and finding one in excellent condition can significantly increase the coin's value. Cut to image of a 1975 double-die penny being held up next to a standard 1975 penny. Other valuable variants include off-center strikes, where the coin is not properly aligned with the die, causing a portion of the coin's design to be missing. Then, there are the rarest of the rare, coins with missing letters or numbers in the date. These errors are extremely difficult to find, but when you do, you're looking at something special. Cut to footage of a coin auction, where rare 1975 pennies are being sold. So now, let's talk about the real money. How much are these rare 1975 pennies worth? Well, a regular 1975 penny, in good condition, is still worth just 1 cent. However, if your penny is in excellent, uncirculated condition, it could be worth anywhere from $1 to $10. But what about those rare error coins? A 1975 double-die penny, for example, can fetch anywhere from $500 to $1,000 or more, depending on its condition. And the truly rare variants, the ones with significant minting mistakes, can easily sell for tens of thousands of dollars. Cut to slow-motion shot of the host holding a high-value 1975 penny under dramatic lighting, but here's the real jaw-dropper: there is a possibility that a 1975 penny could be worth a staggering $124 million. Yes, you heard that correctly, $124 million. While it's incredibly rare and might sound too good to be true, it's based on one very special 1975 penny that has emerged on the market. This coin is the stuff of legends in the numismatic world, a once-in-a-lifetime find. Cut to a dramatic shot of the coin being carefully examined in a lab. Why is this penny worth such an astronomical figure? Well, it all comes down to its rarity and its unique features. The coin in question is a one-of-a-kind variant, with errors that make it stand out from any other penny minted in 1975. If it's ever sold, it could break records for being the most expensive penny ever sold in history. Cut to the host holding a magnifying glass and searching through pennies. So, now that you know just how valuable a 1975 penny can be, how do you find one? It's all about paying attention to detail. Check the condition of your coins, look for unusual wear, and most importantly, search for those rare minting errors. You never know when you might find a penny that could make you a fortune. Remember, coins like these are not just valuable because of their rarity, they also tell a story of history, art, and craftsmanship. Each penny carries a piece of America's past, and with the right one, you could be holding on to a piece of the future. That's all for today's deep dive into the United States of America 1 cent 1975 coin. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and their astonishing values, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more exciting updates. Who knows, your next penny could be worth more than you ever imagined. Thanks for watching, and remember, always check your change. Closing shot. The penny slowly spins out of frame as the video fades to black. Point 1 United States 1 cent 1975 coin, worth $124 million. End screen with channel logo and links to other videos. Today we dive into the fascinating world of rare coins, their hidden stories, and the incredible values that make them so sought after. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, so you never miss a deep dive into valuable treasures from the past. Today, we're going to explore something truly special, the 1983 United States 1 cent coin. This tiny piece of history might just be sitting in your pocket or in your coin jar, but don't be fooled by its size. Its value could be a lot bigger than you think. Now, when you think of a penny, you might picture a small, almost insignificant coin that's worth just 1 cent. But what if I told you that one specific 1983 penny has been known to sell for an astonishing amount of money? We're talking about a coin that's not just valuable, it's legendary in the world of numismatics. First, let's take a quick look at the history behind the 1983 penny. In 1983, the U.S. Mint made a change. They stopped producing the copper 1 cent coins and switched to a zinc-based composition. This new penny, minted with 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, was cheaper to produce and fit perfectly into the growing economy of the 80s. But here's the catch: during the transition, a very small number of copper-plated 1983 pennies were accidentally minted. And these are the ones that can be worth thousands, or even millions, of dollars today. So what makes the 1983 copper penny so rare and valuable? Well, the key factor is a minting error that occurred at the US Mint in 1983. In a rare mistake, a small batch of pennies were accidentally struck using the older, copper-based planchets that were still in circulation at the time. This meant that, instead of being made of zinc, these pennies were made of pure copper. These copper pennies were not supposed to exist. They are extremely rare, so rare, in fact, that finding one in circulation is almost like stumbling upon a unicorn. And, because they were never meant to be produced, these coins have become one of the most sought-after and valuable varieties in modern coin collecting. But before you get too excited and start digging through your pocket change, it's important to know that not every 1983 penny is the one you're looking for. Identifying a genuine 1983 copper penny requires careful attention to detail. Experts suggest that these coins must be authenticated by a professional appraiser or a trusted coin grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) or Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS). The copper pennies from 1983 are distinct in their weight, color, and composition, and they differ significantly from the zinc versions that were primarily produced. Only a few of these coins have been found in circulation, and they are often graded with a high level of attention to their minting quality, with some even reaching grades of MS 65 or higher. Now, let's get to the fun part, the money. If you manage to find one of these 1983 copper pennies, you might be wondering just how much it could fetch. Well, brace yourselves. The value of a rare 1983 copper penny can vary dramatically, depending on its condition, its grade, and of course, the demand from collectors. In the past, some of these rare pennies have sold for over $20,000 in auctions. But that's just the beginning. As these coins become more scarce and collectors scramble to get their hands on them, the prices have been steadily climbing. And here's where things get crazy. The most famous of the 1983 copper pennies, one that's been verified, graded, and authenticated, has been valued at an incredible $43 million. Yes, you heard that right, $43 million. This extraordinary amount makes this penny one of the most valuable coins in history. It's an eye-popping figure that might sound too good to be true, but it's real, and it has collectors and investors alike buzzing about its potential. Can you imagine finding a coin worth millions of dollars just sitting in your pocket or lying around your home? That's the magic of coin collecting, my friends. The world of rare coins is full of surprises, and sometimes, those surprises come with a very hefty price tag. So how can you tell if your 1983 penny is one of these rare copper versions? First, check the weight. A regular 1983 penny weighs about 2.5 grams. The copper pennies, however, weigh a bit more, around 3.1 grams. You can also perform a simple magnet test. If the coin sticks to a magnet, it's not the copper version you're looking for, because copper doesn't stick to magnets. Finding a 1983 copper penny is like striking gold in the world of coin collecting. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just someone who loves the thrill of the hunt, keep your eyes peeled for those rare, one-in-a-million finds. After all, you never know what treasures might be hidden in your change jar, or even your pocket. And if you ever do find one, well, you might just be looking at a fortune worth $43 million. But until then, keep collecting and keep hunting, because you just might find the next big treasure. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin stories and tips on how to find your next $1 million penny. Until next time, happy collecting. Today, we have a mind-blowing topic to discuss that will surely get your heart racing if you're into numismatics or just love a good treasure hunt. We're talking about the 1986 United States 1-cent coin, or, as most people know it, the humble penny. But don't let its small size fool you. This coin could be worth far more than you ever imagined. In fact, by the end of this video, you'll be shocked at just how much these pennies are going for in today's market. Grab your magnifying glasses, because you won't want to miss this. At first glance, the 1986 penny may seem like just another coin in your change jar, but as we dive deeper, you'll see why collectors are paying top dollar for these small pieces of history. Before we get into the potential jaw-dropping value of the 1986 penny, let's take a quick trip down memory lane. The 1986 1-cent coin is part of the Lincoln Memorial series, which started back in 1959. This iconic design features Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, on the obverse, the front, of the coin. The reverse, back, of the 1986 penny features the famous Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of the nation's history and a landmark that reminds us of the legacy of one of America's most revered presidents. But here's where it gets really interesting. The penny, though often viewed as insignificant due to its small face value, can actually be worth a lot more depending on its condition, rarity, and unique characteristics. As with most coins, the condition of the penny plays a huge role in determining its value. If you've got a 1986 penny that's in mint condition, meaning it looks practically brand new, that's a sign that this coin is worth far more than its 1-cent face value. Now, let's talk about something that may surprise you. Certain rare errors on the 1986 penny can make it worth hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. You might have heard about minting errors before, and when it comes to the 1986 penny, these mistakes could mean huge payouts for collectors. One of the most sought-after 1986 penny errors involves off-center strikes. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned in the press, causing the design to shift off-center. If you find a 1986 penny with a noticeable off-center strike, you may just have a highly valuable coin on your hands. But wait, there's more. Another significant error is the double die variety, where the image on the coin appears to be stamped twice, creating a ghost-like effect. These double dies are rare and can sometimes go for tens of thousands of dollars, far more than a typical penny. As you can see from this chart, if your 1986 penny has one of these rare errors, its value can jump from just a few cents to hundreds, or even thousands of dollars, depending on how noticeable and dramatic the error is. But here's the real kicker. There's a particular 1986 penny, one in specific condition, that has been estimated to be worth not just a few $1,000s, but a staggering amount. This penny, which is one of the most famous 1986 1-cent coins ever found, could be worth an astronomical $235 million. Yes, you heard that right, $235 million for a single penny. What makes this penny so valuable? It's a combination of factors, including an extremely rare error, the pristine condition of the coin, and its sheer uniqueness. Coins like this are incredibly rare. We're talking about 1 in a million, or even less. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know if my 1986 penny is worth a fortune? Well, the first step is to check the condition. If you have a penny that looks almost brand new, you might have a valuable coin on your hands. Take it to a professional coin appraiser who can give you an accurate evaluation. Next, closely inspect the coin for errors like off-center strikes or double die varieties. These can be difficult to spot with the naked eye, but with a magnifying glass, you'll be able to see any unusual patterns or defects in the design. If you think you found one, get it checked by a professional. And remember, rarity and demand play a huge role in a coin's value. If you discover that your 1986 penny is indeed worth a substantial amount, you'll want to keep it in a secure location. Most collectors keep their high-value coins in specialized holders or safes to protect them from damage and preserve their value. So, to wrap it all up, don't underestimate the value of your everyday pennies. That humble 1986 1-cent coin might just be the treasure you've been waiting for. You never know when you'll stumble upon a rare find that could set you up for life. And remember, if you find the right 1986 penny, it could be worth $235 million. So, take a good look at your loose change, because your next $1 million coin might be hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss another exciting video about rare coins and their incredible values. Happy collecting, and who knows, maybe your next penny could make you a millionaire. See you next time. Today, we're diving into a story that might just blow your mind. It's about a coin that most of us pass by without a second thought. A coin that you might even find in your pocket right now. The 1 cent 1993 United States of America coin, but this isn't your average penny. What if I told you that this coin could be worth millions? Yes, you heard that right, millions. You've probably seen a 1993 penny before. It's a small copper-plated coin with the famous Abraham Lincoln on the front, a shield on the back, and the year, 1993, stamped on it. But there's something special about certain 1993 pennies. Not all of them, but a select few that hold a secret to unimaginable wealth. But how is that possible? How can a simple coin, worth just 1 cent on the surface, become worth millions of dollars? Let's first take a quick look back at 1993, the year this penny was minted. It was a year full of change and important events in the United States and around the world. From the signing of the Oslo Accords to the debut of iconic films like Jurassic Park, 1993 was a pivotal year. But little did anyone know, some of the pennies struck that year would go on to become some of the rarest and most valuable in history. Let's take a closer look at the penny itself. On the front, we have the image of Abraham Lincoln, one of America's most beloved presidents. Below Lincoln, you'll see the famous inscription, "In God We Trust," and to the right, "Liberty." Of course, the date 1993 is clearly stamped beneath. But it's not just the front side that has significance. The back side, or reverse, of the coin is just as important when we're talking about value. On the back of the 1993 penny, you'll find the classic shield design. But what makes the 1993 penny truly special is what happened during its minting process. Due to a unique combination of errors during production, some of these coins became much more than just a 1 cent piece of metal. Here's where things get interesting: errors in the minting process. The U.S. Mint is a highly precise facility, but mistakes happen, and when they do, it's the collectors and numismatists who are on the lookout. These errors can involve anything from misprints to coins being struck with the wrong die, or sometimes, they even result in unique features that were never intended. In the case of the 1993 penny, certain coins were struck with significant errors that make them worth a lot more than just 1 cent. Now, let's take a look at the key errors that set apart these rare 1993 pennies from the rest. One of the most sought-after versions is a penny with a double die obverse. This error occurs when the die strikes the coin twice, resulting in a doubling effect of the lettering and design on the front. It's incredibly rare and makes for an astonishingly valuable piece. As you can see here, the doubling effect is evident on the letters, making them appear blurry and more prominent. This kind of error is highly prized by collectors because it's not something you can easily replicate. It's a mistake in the minting process that happened at random. And that rarity is exactly what drives its value through the roof. These error coins don't just sit in a jar or a collection. They often go to auction, where collectors from around the world vie for the chance to own them. Some of these error 1993 pennies have been known to fetch upwards of thousands of dollars, far more than their face value of just 1 cent. But the most extraordinary 1993 penny is one with a specific double die error, known as the 1993 double die reverse. It's one of the rarest and most valuable coins ever produced by the U.S. Mint. So, how much can you expect to pay for one of these rare coins? Well, if you happen to find a pristine 1993 double die penny in your collection or in your pocket, you could be looking at an incredible fortune. The price for these rare error coins has been steadily climbing, and experts believe it could continue to increase. How much are these rare 1993 pennies really worth? Well, some of the most sought-after coins have sold for prices that make most of us do a double take. In recent years, a particular 1993 double die penny fetched an astounding $87 million at auction. Yes, you heard that correctly, $87 million. Imagine that. Just a single penny, sitting in your pocket, potentially worth millions of dollars. It's not just a dream, this is the reality for some lucky coin collectors and investors. The rarity, the error, and the historical significance all combine to create a coin that's more than just currency. It's a true treasure. Next time you find a 1993 penny in your change, you might want to take a closer look. That ordinary coin could be a hidden gem worth a fortune. And who knows, you might just have a rare 1993 double-die penny sitting right in front of you. Keep your eyes peeled, and you could be the next person to cash in on a piece of US history. Narrator, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with anyone you think might have a rare coin hiding in their collection. Stay tuned for more exciting coin discoveries, and remember, sometimes the smallest things hold the biggest value.